a fumbling. Game Pass a ghost, we need you to shell. Buy our games or the ship gon' dwell. Bad investments, now we begging the crew. Phil says Game Pass is not for you. Try to stack them chips, but the tower went fall. Shouting innovation, but we juggle in a stall. Gambled on clouds, now we're drowning in puffs. Buy our games, cries a slogan, ain't subtle or buff. Yeah, Game Pass a ghost, we need you to shell. Buy our games or the ship gon' dwell. Bad investments, now we begging the crew. Phil says Game Pass is not for you. Subscription dreams with ambitions to burst. Now the devs in the lab trying to quiet that thirst. Tears in the office, deals gone awry. Phil slid the mic, we aim for the sky. Zach in the tomb, Mark any stutter. Money burn quick, flows in the gutter. Tell the homies to cop or the engine stall. Phil sermon, fingers point down the halls. Phil says Game Pass is not for you. Go. Phil says Game Pass is not for you. Try to stack them chips, but the tower went fall. Shouting innovation, but we juggle in a stall. Gambled on clouds, now we're drowning in puffs. Buy our games, cries a slogan, ain't subtle or buff. Yeah, Game Pass a ghost, we need you to shell. Buy our games or the ship gon' dwell. Bad investments, now we're begging the crew. Phil says Game Pass is not for you.
I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at the.
Phil says Game Pass. Yeah. Subscriptions. It's not for you. Subscription dreams with ambitions to burst. Now the devs in the lab trying to quiet that thirst. Tears in the office, deals gone awry. Phil slid the mic, we aim for the sky. Phil says Game Pass. Yeah. Is not for you.
I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at that.
We launched Game Pass. Some people freaked out.
Yeah. We aim for the sky. Phil says Game Pass. Tech in the tomb, marketing stutter. Money burn quick, flows in the gutter. Tell the homies to cop or the engine stalls. Phil sermon, fingers point down the down the halls. Yeah, is not for you. Yeah.
We launched Game Pass. Some people freaked out.
Phil says Game Pass.
It was going to destroy sales.
Yeah, is not for you.
For developers to make money. E-value games.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at the.
Yo, grinders! The Game Pass for
Not
you?
for you.
Phil says it isn't. What's up? How you doing? Yes, it is. The Gaming Grinders. We had to open up those doors. People be banging on the interweb saying, open up those grindhouse doors. So, by demand, by request, the grindhouse is open this evening. Yes, it is. It is open this evening because we got some news for you. How's everybody doing out there? Hit that like button, share it out. Video dropped yesterday. Live show on Monday. Gaming Grindhouse Classic on Mondays at 8 o'clock. Definitely check that out. Another video will be dropping tomorrow from a Grindhouse past. Hopefully you enjoy that as well. And then we do these Grinds Bites. So hit that notification button whenever I feel like going live and there's something to talk about. Let's talk about it. So yes, as you can see, hell of a time. So shout out to everybody coming on in. Hit that like button. Diablo Dark Matter, what's up? Fire. Yes, Nick. Yeah, boy. John Wayne. He says Sony flying car. I didn't get to see the flying car. I gotta check that out. I must have missed that. Taran, what's up? How you doing? Hellblade 2 was first shown in 2019 Game Awards. It's coming. Yes, I've been trying to find my It's Coming guy. So if anybody has that, definitely tag me back. I lost him off my grinds board. He's not here anymore. So I accidentally got excited. I was hitting the buttons and accidentally erased him off the grinds board. So if you do have that clip, I was trying to search for it. I could not find it. So definitely, if you have it, tag me in that on X there. I should show the Hellblade 2 trailer. Listen, if you want to see Hellblade 2 coverage, you could go watch my Grindhouse stream. We could go watch that one because that is yes, a record-breaking 27 yawns, and we'll talk about it. Don John Sean, how you doing? What's up? Michael Meridian, what's up? He says, Jez, can you break the yawn record on the PS5 Pro? I don't know, man. Maybe those 60 frames might keep my yawns at bay. Michael Meridian, it might keep those yawns at bay, seeing 60 frames. What's up, Mass Produce? He says, Nueva New York. Yes, go Knicks, man. We're starting against the Pacers. Let's go. Gotta check that out after the show. For Brizzle, how you doing? We need a yawn counter. Yo, I don't know. I don't know if I can play that freaking game again. I don't know. What's up? Post up is little Rodney's son. Oh, man. How you doing, man? Hit that like button. You're right, yeah, boy. I should just go back to one of my old videos and find out where I played it. I must have played 1 billion times, but Janky Jones. So you're right. I should just clip it from there. That's right. Good job. Thank you, yeah, boy. I wasn't thinking about that. Just go to my own videos, my own content. That's right. That's what I should do. You're right. And I can just grab it from there. Actually, yeah. Where? Well, I'll have to go back. I'm not going to do it live here. That's all right. No, I know, Nick. I know. You can't watch me play that thing again. So anyway, so what happened today? A few things happened. One, we'll talk about a little bit of the studios there. But the big news, and then we'll lead into something else that happened with another studio over at Microsoft there. But the news today, all right, is this. Here it is. Well, actually, you know what? Let me go into the other one. Hold on. Because I have it queued up here. Hold on. See, I don't know if I go back. I think I have the other one. Hold the phone. Because something that came out and it was really kind of under the radar, happened yesterday, was the... Hold on. I think I have it here because I was going to start with this. But let me start with this. Yeah, this one. So... one of the studios, so just speaking about it, Carrie Patel, so this is just a little intro here. Carrie Patel, game director on Avowed. So if you know Avowed, that the woman that was doing all the previews and talked about the juicy 30 frames and that it didn't have romancing and all the stuff, like the main person, she was on the developer direct and everything like that. She left Obsidian after 12 years, and now she's at Night School, which is a Netflix game studio. She was at Obsidian for 12 years, released Avowed, and now she's over at Netflix. Well, let me see if I can get it right here. Hold on, let me see if I can get it right here. 12 years, dude. Wild. Where else if I get it yet? They're known for Oxenfree. That's where she moved to. So according to her LinkedIn, there was no announcement. There was no goodbye and we appreciate it. Dude, they found it via LinkedIn. She said, peace. I am out of here. And let me just let's go to some tapes here. I'll show you who we're talking about. The let's see, the Xbox dev, these dev directs that just keep on bringing the goodness. Here it is. Yeah, this where is she? Let me see. Did they cover it here? And Avowed interviews. She took the money and ran, dude. I don't know. I don't know, man. Man, she did interviews all over the place. She did one with Paris. She did one with everybody. Man. Is this the one she did? She did interviews with everybody. Yeah, man. See, she was doing it. This girl.
I have been
ready to explore and experiment and find their
She
fun.
left after
Try new
12
weapons,
years.
Pick up new things, maybe do a respec.
You think Avowed 2 is coming?
But get lost in
Not
the map,
coming. Phil,
things that engage your
what's going on with Avowed
curiosity, and
2?
Check them out. The team's done a wonderful job at hand placing.
I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back.
Look at this. Look at the interview she did. She did here. Spawn. She went on here. She met with Mr. Yellow Chairs. She met with him. She was all over the place. She was on the PC gaming show.
My name is Carrie Patel. I'm the game director of Avowed, and I'm about to answer some rapid fire questions.
All right, let's get into it. Carrie, what's the best thing about being a godlike in Avowed?
Getting some sick facial fronds, which is pretty broad.
So if you had to pick,
God.
what are the best weapons to dual wield?
Dual pistols.
Before even
What
DLC
are the
was announced for
worst
Avowed.
weapons to dual wield?
I remember Cobra hyping up. Goddamn Avowed updates. Remember that? I think Cobra was wait a second. I'll give you this dude. He was excited. He was excited for what is it? Didn't he have on his list? Wait a second. I think I have it here. Hold on. Hit that like button. She got a sick facial. That's right. Pause. Yo, where was this one? When I was in where is this? I gotta go back to my history. Dude, this guy was hyping up goddamn Avowed updates. And the update, the girl left. It's done. The director left. And again, DLC, who's taking over? Dude, they found her via LinkedIn that she left. There was no announcement from Phil Gloria Spencer. There was no like, hey, she's like, yo, they just booked it. She cashed out. There it is. Is this it? Yo, here you go. She left right after this. This is after this. They Avowed director. She left after update 1.4, grinders. This is what they put into. Look at this. This is the support. This is her calling card. This is what she left. Grinders. Don John, this is what she left. She said, here's Avowed update 1.4. This is what Cobra was hyping about. The roadmap. Yo, there's a roadmap. I'll give you a roadmap. She's gone. The director left right in between spring and summer. The spring update, she left. This is the spring update. Here it is. Arachnophobia safe mode. World reactivity improvements. Economy and loot adjustments. UI and UX improvements. Added support for mouse and keyboard on Xbox. Tell the two dudes they're happy now. I don't know who's using keyboard and mouse on Xbox for a first-person game, but those two dudes with one tooth, hope they're happy. That's us. That's us. We plugged in the keyboards into our X, the Series S. It's a wonderful experience. And then I play Avowed in first person with my keyboard and mouse. A good dude. Two dudes, one tooth. There you go. They added support for that because that was a major complaint. Then they added DLS frame generation. Oh my goodness. Now, players can now wait to pass time while in a party camp. Increase the drop rate of higher tier weapons and much more. What a roadmap. Grinders, what a roadmap. That is an update that a mom could be proud of. Like, what kind of update is that, dude? That sounds like that shit should have been like a day 2 patch. Steve Leone, yo, they're abandoning the shit ship. She didn't even stick around for the summer and fall. Cooking and crafting improvements. New NPC abilities and behaviors. A new active and passive abilities. A new unique weapon and armor. And a custom map marker. Holy shit. Wait for the summer for that one. A custom map marker. Holy, you mean I could pin something on the map? That's your summer update. Then she's not there for fall updates. A new game plus. Photo mode. A new weapon type. Changing appearance in the world. New character. Create a character presets. and more godlike feature presets. Yo, that's the roadmap for Avowed. You call that a roadmap? It sounds like fixes. I don't think they qualify to be categorized in this wonderful graphic. Maybe New Game Plus and photo mode, but I don't know what the custom map markers. Grinders, am I losing it? Does this sound like something that should be part of a... Yo, she said her road goes to Netflix. She's missing all the good stuff, I guess. But the director... DLC, new map, new enemy types, new missions, right? That's what you think. Oh shit, yeah boy's hyped. Oh shit, we lost him. Yeah boy's been glazed. Oh shit, he's hyped up for this. No. He's glazed. Oh shit, he's glazed. Oh no, we don't want to be glazed. We be hyped for this. Avowed is back, Nick said. Yeah, it's coming back. But am I losing it or something? But I don't really, like... This sounds like updates or something like that. I don't know. This sounds like they should be fixing it. But anyway, she didn't think it's happy. She left. She's going to Netflix. The director who marketed the hell out of this game and did interviews galore... Here's her roadmap, and she's gone. So right after spring update, she's like, I'm out of here. But man, Avowed is now...
Pass is fucking raw! Shit! Raw! Raw chicken! It's raw. Fucking raw. They look raw! Raw, Carol! Fucking raw! Raw! Fuck off. And by the way, it's raw.
It's raw. And she's raw for leaving it. So she's gone. And she went for Netflix games, and yeah. 285 staff found in 2003. There you go. And before Outer Worlds 2. But that was her almost 12 years, and she's gone after she releases Avowed. Like, one thing I'm going to have to say about this is that it seems to be a pattern here. Like, it seems like you would think after they release this game of what they want to release that maybe they want to build upon that world. Did a sequel get greenlit? Did DLC get greenlit? It's kind of wild that we've been seeing these studios that they purchase, that these heads leave. Hell, Ninja Theory, which we'll talk about, is another one. Right after Hellblade, dude's been there forever. He's gone. After Hellblade 2 dropped, he left with all his goddamn Diddy Party pictures and gone. Pause. He left. But we're seeing like all these studios that they've been purchasing, or these publishers, after they drop something, they're leaving the founders of this. They're taking that check or doing whatever. But it doesn't give a lot of hope to future iterations of these franchises, because that's where I find Xbox needs to be. If you want to build a brand, if you want to build some sort of platform and identity, you need to build upon these games. You have to start the DLC, the season passes, a potential sequel greenlit. Like, you need to have there. And when you have your creative director just leave after the game's still getting updates, nothing really of significance, but you have them leaving. It just doesn't give hope. And the same thing happened with Hi-Fi Rush. Mikami, he left. And then the studios left. They dropped Hi-Fi Rush and they shut it down. Sequels, my ass. Somebody else make the sequels. And it seems, too, that a lot of the games they already purchased were either in development or being greenlit or already were greenlit. And I feel that once those studios wrap up the game that was greenlit before they bought them, or right when they purchased them, or something was already on their roadmap and Microsoft says, go ahead, go do it, that it's sort of a one and done. Like, get it out, production, get it out, put it in Game Pass. Thank you. What about the future of it? Oh, I don't know. So I don't know if. Oh yeah, Ron M. Yo, Expedition. It just hit, man. I did another like pivotal moment in the game. Freaking game is great. I can't get enough of it either. Which is a great Game Pass, and I'm going to talk about that as well. But, you know, I just feel like with these studios and stuff, and I know it's a dynamic market. I know there's a lot of things going on, but it's just very interesting that these heads of these studios, once they finish their game and there's possible hope of maybe continued DLC, continued support, something along those lines, they get up out of there. She was not there for 5 years. She was there for 12. 12 years. She was there before the acquisition. She went through the acquisition. They probably gave it Avowed. New IP, new franchise. You think there's a future of it? It really kind of fell off. And, you know, they got Outer Worlds 2 coming out, which that franchise had nothing to do with them. That actually came out before they purchased them the same year. But it is pretty crazy. And you got to think, like, you know, what is going on there? And with the layoffs at Microsoft, maybe she was one of those layoffs. I don't know. Maybe she was one of the layoffs and she didn't say anything and just went to LinkedIn and then went to Netflix. But I don't know, man. I just don't understand for a company that still wants to build a platform, and we'll talk about how they're killing it from the inside out. When you got to show some promise to some of these games. And I feel like that they just kind of greenlit whatever's already in production, let it come out. And once it comes out, it's like fair game. It's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on next. Like, it doesn't seem like they got a plan for the future. And we see this in all their stuff. Their pivots, their craziness. I don't know. Shout out to Ron M with the 5 VIPs. Got Danelle, Alex, Henzo, Silverback, and All Day is Good. Shout out to Ron M. Thank you so much for the VIPs. We get them on there. Hook them up. Get those emojis out there. But what did you think? Now put in the comments if you're watching this on a replay or in the chat. Like, do you think like that this is a pattern that we're seeing? I don't know. It seems like a lot of these games are already greenlit, already in production. And who knows? And I just don't know what their future is, like what they plan on doing with this stuff. And which always irks me from back in the day when Booty opened up those cheeks and Booty said he is in charge of production. He didn't say great games. He called the games production, to produce, for an assembly line, for an output, for Game Pass. And I feel that that's the way they treat these studios and the way they treat their games. They are more of beats for Game Pass than actually the game itself. And I think we're seeing this with their releases, the release schedule. And I mentioned this on Monday. I feel like for a company that just said, wait, they are dumping things out and just overlapping stuff and just making announcements over game releases and stealth dropping games right before another game drops. And they are just kind of like just production line, just throwing it out there, not giving it any marketing or identity with Microsoft, the brand, the platform that they're still trying to build. Just whoop, get it out there very haphazardly. And we'll talk about that. Andrew Wilkins, remember 7 months. Failblade 2 will sell less than Pitfall, aka Pentiment on PS5. Yeah, man, I don't know. I think a lot of people, and what he's alluding to is this announcement that came out today, right? Today. And they actually let PlayStation announce it too. Battle Darkness With and Without Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 comes to PS5 this summer. So, hell of a time. Hellblade 2 now, game that came out last year, just about a year ago, is coming to the PS5 this summer. And PlayStation announced it. They even did a very interesting video, which we'll watch. Here we go. Let's see what they had to say. Because, you know, with every one of these releases, they always seem to have the dev hyped as hell to talk about it, right? Because we can't forget, Grinders, we can't forget our good friend over at remember this one? Where's this one? Remember our good friend?
Hi, I'm Jerk Gustafsson.
Dude, this guy looking two different directions. He was so excited. Look at his face. This is the face of the PlayStation glaze. Look at this. This dude ain't announcing Indiana Jones with a PS5. Look at that face.
PlayStation glaze.
Yo, Indiana Jones coming to PlayStation 5. There it is. We can make a PS5 version. Dude, feels like, guys, what are we doing with Janky Jones this holiday? Phil, do you have any answers?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'd have to.
You know what? He's going to talk about who wants to put Janky Jones on the PS5. Here's the face you make. Here it is. That's a Satya face right there. Dude gonna keep it in his pants. He's so excited.
Hi, I'm Jerk Gustafsson, game director on Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Here at Machine Games, we are very excited for you to experience the game when it releases on Xbox, PC, and Game Pass on December 9th. We have poured everything into making a game that represents what it's truly like to become Indiana Jones.
It ain't a walk in the park.
A world where anything can be achieved
But
with
here's
quick
a big
wits
announcement. You
and
notice he
little
got rid of the other ones
and a
first.
trusty whip.
Watch me.
We want everybody to be able to enjoy this adventure. That is why we are delighted to bring Indiana Jones and the Great Circle to PlayStation 5 players next spring 2025.
Dude, you could see it right here. Let me go to the Grindhouse Digital Foundry and the Grindhouse analysis. Look at the face when he says the PlayStation.
2025. We look forward to players next spring to bring Indiana Jones and the Great Circle to PlayStation.
Oh, there it is. It's not a like head down like PlayStation 5. Dude, it is. There it is. I caught it. That's the face you make. But it's going to PlayStation. Dude, that's the face. That's the face that he made when Phil Spencer said, we're going to make it go, Indiana Jones is going to PlayStation. He goes like this. He's like, holy shit, what? Dude. Fucking there it is. I need it again. Look at the glaze. Fucking eyes and punk out. Money. He's like, dude, there it is. Yo, shout out to Steven Leon with the 20 bomb. Holy shit on me. Let's go. He's dancing. Look, he's fucking dancing. Look at him dancing. Cartwheel call down. There he is. Oh shit. Who the fuck? Yo, Nick. Nick. I'll read next comment. I didn't even realize his eyes were... Oh, Nick, man. The fucking the fucking neck. Holy shit. Holy shit. The fucking triple glazed. Holy shit, he's just one eye's up, one eye's down. Oh, Rick, I gotta stop. Oh, man. Oh, shit, I gotta stop. Oh, his fucking eyes are two different directions. He's like fucking ugly. Just take it off. Take it off. I can't look at it anymore. It's too much. Oh, Nick, you fucking holy shit. Oh my god, my chest hurts. Holy shit. Holy shit. True as Havoc with the 5. Jez, help me. What is the benefit of Steam and Epic Game Store on Xbox? They get no money from sales. They lose third-party sales. And will people play online for free? Good question. Oh, and let me get, yo, Ron M hit us with another 5. Yo, shout out to Ron M with another 5 VIPs. There we go. Thank you, Ron M. I'll get the truest SJ Havocs. Holy shit, I gotta stop laughing, man. What the hell? We got 25, 30. Woo. Holy shit, homie. Let's go. I gotta take it off. Take it off. Holy shit. But anyway, oh my god. So let me get the true SSJ Havocs thing. Oh shit, did I miss something? Oh, now we're back. I hit the wrong button. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, back. Okay, good. Well, I gotta watch the Senua's one. All right, so let's go. Oh, true SSJ Havoc with the 5 each talking about what's going on with this Epic Game Store. Oh, he had 2 super chats. Hold on, let me get your first one. All right, so this whole thing going on with the thanks Steve Leone, thank you Ron M, man. We're on our way we're gonna get a double banger song here. Almost got holy shit, we're halfway for both our goals. I mean, you can get the guys can get 2 songs. I gotta find two good ones. The new emoji, dude, I gotta get to that. I gotta try to get a new emoji. All right, so true as a day, your first one. So this whole thing with this game store and stuff will, I've always said that the next Xbox is not going to be the custom chip. It's basically going to be a PC, right? And it's going to have Steam and Epic Store. And what they're doing, similar to what I spoke about with Ubisoft,
You're my number one customer.
is that they're basically being like a play night, like a launcher. So basically what they could try to do is sell ads and Game Pass marketing when you're trying to play your Steam and Epic games. But you're still going to have Steam to launch it, and you'll still need Epic Games to launch it. So you still need those things. And paying for online, basically, it's going to be a PC. So I can't see them charging for online, and it's gonna be a PC. They're not making a console anymore. Like they'll make a console that looks like a PC, like one of those small mini PCs, and that plugs in. I don't know. Maybe it look like one, but it's internal. There's not going to be custom APUs or custom chips anymore that devs have to make for it, because all those Steam and Epic Store games will not function on a custom chip. That's why Wukong is not on Xbox, because you got to build it for Xbox. You got to build it for that set configuration. So therefore, Steam and Epic, those publishers are not going to repurpose their games for a very low install base of Xbox. Hell, they don't even put the games on the regular Xbox, some of them. This just needs to be a front end to launch games from Steam. And the only benefit that I see them get is that they could sell ads on their launcher, have ads, pay for ads, just like they have ads on the dashboard on Xbox, and also
one customer.
push some sort of Game Pass subscription. You know, like, hey, look at these games. Oh, you click on it, says, would you like to sign up for Game Pass? So they basically could like advertise Game Pass and they could send marketing to it. That's the only thing. Steam and Epic Game Stores, it makes no sense, but they just want to launch it from there. And what they're trying to do is trick people to use the Xbox launcher to launch Steam and Epic Game Store. And basically, it's the same thing like you do with Steam, where if you add like a non-Epic Steam app and you could launch Epic Store through Steam, that's the same thing that Microsoft's thinking about. And what they like, for them, it benefits them because it gives their games, people who maybe don't know about Steam or Epic Store, their games now could show up in another place like Xbox app. And when you boot up your Xbox app, you'll see, oh, look at this game, Cyberpunk. You click on it. It's like, do you want to buy it from Xbox? Do you want to buy it in Xbox through Game Pass? Do you want to buy it through Steam? Do you want to buy it through Epic Store? And basically, you choose who you want your launcher to be. And they think that's a win. Dude, I'm telling you, that is desperation of like just making Xbox a vestigial organ. It's just an app. Groove Music. Oh, I could launch my Spotify music in Groove Music. It's like, great. What happened to Groove Music? It's gone because everybody just uses Spotify. It's stupid. But maybe if you bring your libraries to one place, it'll help. I don't know. And then your second super chat, Sure Says Havoc with the 5, he goes, it doesn't make sense. Even if by some chance Sony allows their games, Microsoft won't get any money. What's the point? Well, yeah, I just described the point. And, you know, plenty Sony could limit their games from showing up on an Xbox Play Night, an Xbox launcher. They can say, hey, we don't want our games to show up on that. And the thing is that if you look with the Ubisoft thing, right? The Ubisoft with the Xbox Game Pass, with the Xbox app, still requires Ubisoft Plus, doesn't have achievements, doesn't support Play Anywhere. But what it does allow is that if you have credit of Xbox credit or Xbox rewards, you could buy the Ubisoft game, but you still got to use the launcher. So basically, it's sort of like where your funds are. Like if you have a lot of Xbox rewards or your credit card is registered with Xbox and you don't want to plug in your credit card to buy it from Ubisoft Connect or another storefront, basically you buy it from Xbox, you launch in Ubisoft, and Xbox gets a cut of that purchase because your information is billable. They're processing the sale. It's very remedial. It's not fun. It's not entertaining. It's more of just a sort of like a sneaky way of just trying to get a buck on purchases of games that either you're not making. That's all the stuff that I could think about right there. But basically, all it is, it's just a storefront that they are basically doing that. So, oh, hold on. Kazakira just left one too. I'm just trying to get a little super chats here. Kazakira with the 10, thank you so much. He goes, Emily has this. If Xbox and PC guys didn't give a crap, what makes them think PlayStation consumers will care? Talking about Hellblade 2, I assume. Thank you, Cosmic Hero. Brings us back on track with Hellblade 2. I don't know, man. Like, really? I don't know what... Like, they're just... listen. They are just throwing their shit out there. Like, there is so much just... Whenever it's ready, just throw it out there. That I don't think they give a shit. It's... I was thinking about this earlier. About this thing. And let me watch this video, and then we'll talk about the Hellblade stuff, because I got to talk about what my thoughts are on this. And then Josh Ayers, member, 26 months, almost over 2 years. Damn, 26 months in the grindhouse. What a time to be alive. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. But let's see, like, because as we talked about the Glaze, everybody has to have a video, like a video package, because the game's coming to PlayStation. Let's see what Hellblade and Senua have to say.
We're so happy to tell you, our fans, that Hellblade 2 will be coming to PlayStation 5 this summer.
Enhanced. For her pleasure. Enhanced.
This version of the game will include some new features, which will also be coming to Xbox and PC at the same time as an update. And we're so pleased that we can welcome PlayStation fans back to Senua's story. And so the team have been working hard to optimize Hellblade 2 for both PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro to give you the very best experience we can.
Yo. Dude, this is the red carpet. Man, it is. If Xbox fans thought they were treated like third-class citizens when Microsoft talking about PC, dude, they are in the broomstick closet with this. They have waited for with no 60 frames still on console, and these dudes have been working to optimize it for PS5 and the Pro.
Version of the game will include some new features, which will also be coming to Xbox and PC at the same time as an update. And we're so pleased that we can welcome PlayStation fans back to Senua's story. And so the team have been working hard to optimize Hellblade 2 for both PlayStation 5 and PlayStation
Pro. Wow. Over a year, still no 60 frames on Series X. And they've been working hard to optimize this. That's why I said it is. You know what's interesting is that these studios, these publishers were purchased by Microsoft. And if you remember to why this, you know what, Grindhouse, why not? It's awesome, Grindhouse. We're here. Why don't we go? I love going back to the tapes. I love going back and just hearing that and hearing this. I love hearing this. Hold on. I love hearing this. Let's go back to some tapes here, because I need to know why. Because I think all these studios, man.
Today is a huge day for us here at Ninja Theory.
Hey, is this the same guy? Hold on. Is this the same guy?
5, Hellblade. We're so happy this summer.
Yeah, that's him. Dude, there he is. Look at that. Look at how, there he is. The same guy. So let's hear what he had to say here about optimizing for PlayStation. Let's hear what happened. Why did they become part of Microsoft? Don't you want to see? Hit that like button, grinders. We're going back in history. We're going back in time. Let's go through why did they get acquired by Phil Ness. Phil, do you know why?
I
Figures, Phil. You don't know shit.
I can look at that.
Nah, Phil, we don't need you to look at anything. Let's go to the tapes and figure out why.
To become a part of Microsoft Studios. And we felt it only right to tell you in our own words why we've decided to open this new chapter in the Ninja Theory story, and what it means for us and for you, our fans.
Microsoft have known us ever since they signed out.
This dude left right after Hellblade 2. Gone. He was there from the beginning. He's talking about Kung Fu Chaos, which was an awesome game on the OG Xbox. Dude dropped Hellblade 2. Him and his Diddy pictures, gone.
First ever game, Kung Fu Chaos, for the original Xbox. And after that, we created Heavenly Sword for the PlayStation 3. Following Heavenly Sword, we created Enslaved Odyssey to the West. And then after that, we created DMC Devil May Cry. And we've always took pride in the fact that we've punched above our weight, delivered what we promised, and each of our games has been getting better and better.
Notice that. Know what he had right next to this. Look at this.
What we promised, and each of our
Hellblade, PS4 and PC. Ooh, let's keep going.
Our games has been getting better and better. Despite this, about 4 years ago, we very nearly disappeared as a company.
There you go. Phil Spencer going around, dying studios in shambles, publishers needing the help, Big Booty Bobby needing that cash out, ZeniMax not knowing what to do after failures of Prey and Doom Eternal didn't do what it needed to do, Bethesda was not doing too hot. Phil, the Mothman Spencer coming in to give them the bundles. Here you go. Lulu cashing out. Life Support Studios. There you go. I remember. I will never forget that I was listening to the show about the guy they acquired from what is that game? In Exile. Yo, where's In Exile? Anyway, In Exile, the dude was packing up his bags. He was leaving. I got his quote right here. This is what he was doing. He said this, and Phil Spencer stopped him at the door.
Very calm down into this. A bump in the road comes, and
He was done.
I won't be coming back until Saturday when you leave. She's gonna try to stop me, but she can't run in those little high heels. Never see this face again.
Dude, exclusive interview right there. I don't know why he sounds like a kid, but there he is. The head of In Exile. He was done. He was leaving. And Phil said, hold the phone. I'll cash you out. Hold the phone. You sound like you're in trouble. I get a good deal. Good deal. Phil, not Spencer. Here you go. Ninja Theory. We were closing shop. Wait, let's hear what he had to say. Why? Why did Microsoft buy you? Here we go. After the...
Like this, about 4 years ago, we very nearly disappeared as a company. Dozens, if not hundreds of developers like us were closing shop all around us. And we
remember all these studios that got shut down, dude? 2016 to 2006 to 12. Man, look at all these studios.
were told that there was no future for developers like us, too big to be indie and too small to be truly AAA. We had to tell our team that we were facing annihilation, and so we had to find another way.
Oh, and next, hopefully see more Clockwork Revolution, because that game looked pretty damn cool. Hopefully see that in June. Hopefully it doesn't go the way of our good friends over at Rare.
We split our team of 100 people into several smaller teams, which worked mostly on work-for-hire projects. These projects helped to fund our own original game, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Our goal was to find a space between indie and AAA, and to reclaim our creative independence. It took 3 years, a team of 20 people, and a budget of $10 million, including marketing, but we did it.
In your sword still beats our hearts.
With your support, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice has sold way beyond our expectations.
Yo, where's that shot for Hellblade 2?
Way beyond our expectations.
Dude, did we see this chart for Hellblade 2? Anybody? Where's the Hellblade 2 sales? Anybody? Where's this chart for Hellblade 2? How they doing? Phil! I'm gonna ask you the hard questions. I just quit my dream job. My name is Dusty Bin. Time to make the Phil, let me ask you the hard questions. Where's the sales chart for Hellblade 2? Expected versus actual. Phil, you have an answer?
I don't know. Like, I'd have to go
Phil, man, come on. You don't know? Where's the chart for Hellblade 2, Phil?
I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at that.
Man, Phil, you never have the answers. God damn, never could rely on you for anything.
Where that box is in the...
Oh, shut up. Go back. Where the sales?
Expectations. And that success even gave us the opportunity to give over 100.
Wow. And know what's interesting, Grind, is here's a little tidbit for you. Expected sales, actual sales, Grind, is where was the game released? I'll give you 1 second to answer. Here's some thinking music. I'll give you some second to answer. They oversold their expected sales. I'll give you
Wait, just wait.
Where did it?
There will be a showcase, but I can't say when all our games need help. Bootleg Studios helping with Perfect Dark.
All right, only PS4 and PC. Thank you, Josh Ayers. You're listening. PS4 and PC, and they blown away their actual sales from expected sales. Love to see the Hellblade 2 one, considering it is on 1 billion devices and in Game Pass. It'll be interesting to see.
Expectations. And that success even gave us the opportunity to give over $100,000 to charity. The game has won dozens of awards, including 3 Game Awards and an incredible 5 BAFTAs. And our small active creative rebellion is inspiring other developers to do the same, to find a middle ground where high-end, creatively risky games can be successful once again.
If we played our cards right, we believed that we could get all of our teams to be creatively independent, like the Hellblade team, and we thought that it would probably take 5 to 8 years.
Good afternoon.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to E3 2017.
Yo, what is this? Phil the Mothman. Loves himself.
Good afternoon.
Oh, no, Phil, what's that behind you? Oh, man, Phil. Oh, no. No, where is he?
All of our teams to be creatively independent.
Oh, no, there he is! Mixer!
Do you hear the bull? He plays the flute of Phil.
Phil Glorious Benson said, welcome, I bought your ass.
8 years.
Good afternoon.
There it is, Mixer. Killed Mixer too.
Welcome to E3 2017.
When Microsoft approached us, it was totally unexpected and not something that we were really looking to do. Nevertheless, they asked us what our goals and ambitions were as a studio in an ideal world. And so we said, we want to be free from the AAA machine and make games focused on the experience, not around monetization. We want to take bigger creative risks and create genre-defining games without the constant
Razer, cancel project.
threat of annihilation. We want to make our own games our own way and not be told what to make and how to make it.
He said ham.
And above all, we want to protect our team, our culture and identity, because that, in essence, is Ninja Theory. In short, we asked for full creative independence, and I remember thinking at the time that this is going to be the end of that conversation.
Instead, they said you can have all of that. And if you so choose, our marketing teams, support teams, research and technology groups are at your disposal to supercharge your efforts to do more of what you want to do and how you want to do it.
If you choose our marketing team, yeah, I'm sure, dude. I'm sure, dude. They said that we're going on vacation. He said, yo, oh my God. He said, yeah, if you choose a marketing team. I remember people yelling, where's the Hellblade 2 marketing? Greenberg's like, guys, it's going to be the week of launch. You could, if you choose, you could use our marketing team. Yeah, yeah, Jack. Yeah, I'm sure.
Storm is coming.
Yeah. Fuck
And
out
they
of
invited
here.
us to visit all of their games.
Oh, they took them to Rare. Yo, they wined and dined them with Rare honey. Oh, shit.
And talk to them one-on-one.
Oh, no, they gave them Rare honey at the reception desk.
Ourselves, so we did.
No.
Hellblade was created with a small team of just 20 people.
They glazed them with the
extremely
Rare
limited
honey.
resources. Imagine what we can now achieve with our whole team of 100 people, backed by Microsoft, focused purely on Ninja Theory's
Oh, no,
vision,
that's not good, dude.
resources.
Dude, Hellblade 1 was created by 20 people with limited resources. Now hear what they had to say. And this is, you know, after Hellblade 2.
Imagine what we can now achieve with our whole team of 100 people.
Imagine what we can achieve with a whole team of 100 people backed by Microsoft. Dude, they made a worse game than the first one. Phil, what do you got to say about this? You had auto combat.
Back and look at
Auto combat, Phil. You were walking around. The combat was worse. The story was worse. It was more of a walking simulator than anything. The first one was more action-based. Yo, 27 record-breaking, 27 yawns. Grindhouse record. I yawned 27 times. That game was hold the stick up and walk and then auto combat in automatically generated scenes. And the ending was trash. The story was so bad. Holy, you made a worse game than the first one. Yes, it looked better, but it was on rails. It was completely not even a game. You had auto combat. There were scripted fights that it was almost like QuickTime events. The whole game. Oh, man. And people thought that this was now, with this line, imagine a whole team of 100 people backed by Microsoft. People were thinking this was going to be open world God of War style. Oh my God. Imagine the power of Microsoft, the money of Microsoft. 100 people as opposed to 20.
Microsoft focus purely on Ninja Theory's vision.
I'm now convinced that this is an opportunity for us to jump years ahead.
Years ahead, dude left right after Hellblade 2.
Aim higher than we've ever dared to really fly without the threat of falling down that has held us back so much in the past.
So they got a security blanket. Oof, man. Just imagine. And now here they are. That's all you do? And this is automatic.
This version of the game will include some new features, which will also be coming to Xbox and PC at the same time as an update. And we're so pleased that we can welcome PlayStation fans back to Senua's story. And so the team have been working hard to optimize Hellblade 2 for both PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro to give you the very best experience. You're my number one customer.
Wish list. Not even pre-order, wish list. Dude. Let me get to these chats here. Who we got here? Wanna member 16 months. Yo, a whole slate. They can keep Starfield and Redfall, please. Booty can keep those 2 games shelved over there. Yo, sorry, Wanna, but I really think that Starfield is going to get another push. Here's another Grind Adamus grind. I was right about the other shit. Grind, I'm telling you right now, either before the rate this stuff's happening, which we'll talk about, I think beginning of June, they're going to announce Starfield and like Game of the Year with the DLC and probably 1,000 fixes because they needed to fix the game still because it's not ready. I bet you to be optimized loading screens and they're going to put it on PlayStation. Dude, Starfield optimized loading for the SSD. I'm telling you, they're going to repackage and do another push for Starfield because it's been too quiet. That's the next thing, and that's coming. I'm going to tell you, that's probably going to come out in June as well. That's going to be a June game as well. And this is crazy. It's crazy. They're just dumping everything out there. Easy Tone with the 5. He goes, Jez, you've been saying it. Xbox will feel pressured to do 60 frames for real gamers on PS5. Now we need them to stream that cave level in 60 frames PSSR. That's right. They said they're optimizing it. What do you think they're doing? And he specifically said PS5 and PS5 Pro. So he specifically said those things. Anonymous Boss with the 2, he goes, Nick, hand over Matt Booty's thong. Back, Nick. Oh, shit, Nick. You should not be holding Matt Booty's thong. No way, Jose. You're my number one customer. Glinza, what's up, man? How you doing? He goes, Xbox then. You ponies will never get to play Hellblade 2. Ha ha. Xbox now. We played it first. Exactly, Glinza. And then you can add, we played it first in 30 frames. Oh, shit. Phil, what do you got to say about that?
Where that box is in the name of our brand. Xbox, no.
Phil, what kind of frames?
Well,
The buried treasure is gemstones of juicy.
Oh, juicy. Oh, man, they got to play that shit in juicy 30 frames.
Juicy.
Ow!
Juicy. Juicy 30 frames. Juicy 30. Juicy 30. Juicy on that bitch. Xbox. Juicy.
You know, they got the juicy 30 frames, Glenza. And they've been playing that juicy 30, if they even are playing the game. They're playing those juicy 30 frames for over a year. Dude, Hellblade 2 came out in a year ago. They launched that game with 30 frames on Booster and on the Series X. PC had 60 frames. That's what I played it on. They let those dudes on console wait and continue to wait while they worked and optimized for the PS5. And dude, the PS5 Pro didn't even exist. And they put it on and they're preparing for the PS5 Pro. It shows you where their priorities are. And as an Xbox fan, you are in the broomstick closet, dude. It is absolutely insane, the raw treatment that Microsoft and Phil Spencer has given their own fan base. It is brutally
Pass is fucking raw shit. Raw chicken.
Insane.
It's raw. It's fucking raw. They look raw. raw, Carol. Fucking raw. Raw. Fuck off. And by the way, it's raw.
Like zoinks.
The first PS5 is their main platform, dude. Pentiment was a bug. Remember, Josh? Yes, exactly. PS5. I think that is the line. PS5 is their main platform. You want to know what the first? Even how Satya talks about PlayStation sales in his financial callings shows that is their main thing. That is. They are happy with the sales of their games on PlayStation. But they don't realize how this is gouging them from inside. And what's also crazy is the rate of these announcements and releases. Dude, they dropped Oblivion Remaster, Forza 5, and Janky Jones after announcing Janky Jones in September of last year. Then on Cinco de Mayo, Phil took out his margaritas and said, dude, we are dropping Gears Unleashed on PlayStation. And then when he's not done with that, he's like, yo, on a random day, a Tuesday, May 20, yo, tell them Hellblade 2 is coming to PlayStation this summer. Age of Empires, Josh says. Yes. It is a crazy highway of just throwing. There's no rhyme or reason. This is what I was thinking about. I wanted to chat it up with you guys here. There is no strategy or any kind of room. Like, it is just one thing after another, and it is like wish list, then pre-order. And we're treating it with the best respect. We're giving you the best features, the best thing for the game. And meanwhile, these dudes on Xbox got it, and it was raw. It was friggin' raw, man. No 30 frames. Oh, Autistic Vision. What happened to Autistic Vision? They're giving PlayStation the best versions of Xbox games, and it is crazy. And they're getting it out, right, Nick, as fast as possible. Yeah, it was at Gamescom, Taran, Janky Jones. They announced that before the game was the same day they announced their Xbox release date. They announced it for PlayStation. No release date. Game Pass for some more, and that's what I mean, like a production company. The way these things are coming out, there's no rhyme or reason. And what's crazy, they made their fan base wait and wait to E3 and wait to Gamescom and wait to Tokyo Game Show and delay Starfield for like a year. We didn't even know. Delay Halo for a year with nothing to make up for it. Redfall delayed from a summer announcement to the next year. Had nothing in 2020. Random shit in 2022. And made them wait. 2018, we bought some studios. Wait to next gen. Wait to E3. Wait to Gamescom.
Wait till E3, there will be a showcase, but I can't say when all our games need help. Bootleg Studios helping with.
Wait. Just wait. And dude, once they just wait till we buy ZeniMax. Oh, we're going to court. We did it. We bought ZeniMax. Just wait. And then it was like 2 years of wait till we buy Activision. Just wait until that. Just wait. And then after they did that, okay, we all purchased acquisition season's over. We bought all these studios in 2018. We bought ZeniMax. We bought Activision. Now we could finally get games into Game Pass. Just wait till the deal closes. Wait to E3. I'm excited for Showcase. Wait for a company that led them along with a carrot. The one thing they have not been doing since last year is waiting. When it comes to PlayStation, they are unleashing a fury of games, overlapping each other. Just go announcing, after you just released one game, you're announcing two other ones. And on top of that, not only are those games being announced, but they are better versions than the ones that people had access to. Game Pass became the goddamn early access. That's what happened. Waiting for tools, Mango. Exactly. Wait. Just wait. The Trojan horse, Bad Temper says. The Trojan horse. Dude, the only thing Trojan about it is the friggin' condom that Phil wears when he's doing it to the fans. Oh, shit, Phil! That's the only thing Trojan about this shit.
Have to go back.
He screwed the hell out of all of them. That's the only Trojan thing here. There's no Trojan horse. There's no strategy. There is no strategy. It is get it out as fast as possible. Go. But with stealth release Oblivion enhanced. Why not? Janky Jones is already there. Oh, what about Doom? And no, I don't give a shit. Doom's coming out too. Phil, Doom just came out 3 days ago, last week. Announce Hellblade for PlayStation. Do it. But Phil, we just announced Gears for PlayStation. I don't care. And in 2 more weeks, we're going to announce Starfield for PlayStation. He's not done. And then after that, we're doing Halo, bitch. But Phil, we just did Doom. We just did this. What about Call of Duty? What about Ninja Gaiden 4? Yeah, that too. Do it all. But we just did. Do it. Satya loves it. He got the glaze. What is the strategy? There is no strategy. It's go. Make them overlap. Flood the market. Just get their shit out there. And shout out to Thrifty. What he said. What happens when it's all done? They're moving at such a crazy rate. What happens when we're left with Crackdown 3 is all we got left, guys? I don't know. Is Terry Crews around? It's crazy. The rate. They are throwing it all out there, and exactly what somebody said in the chat. It seems desperate. It seems there's a lot of urgency with this. It's whenever it's done, go. There's no letting it, a timing of it. Just go. Even with something like this, wish list. It just said summer. No release date. Why? What is the purpose? Same thing with Indiana Jones. You had a release date for Xbox and PC. Why would you even announce just spring 2025? Hold on to that shit. This game already is out and playable on billions of devices, Hellblade 2. This is a PlayStation only announcement. Yeah, you're throwing in some enhancements, goddamn penal enhancements for PC and Xbox. Well, what are you going to enhance? Enhance what? Sharper textures, new DLSS updates, whatever, I'm sure. DLSS 4, frame gen, all the other horse shit. I don't know what Xbox gets. Maybe Xbox gets the 60 frames finally. But what's crazy, this was a PlayStation announcement. Just like that Gears was a PlayStation announcement. They just renamed it because it's the same game. It's Gears, it's the Gears of War remaster. They just called it unleashed, offloaded. Because it's basically getting offloaded to PlayStation. These are PlayStation announcements. They throw Xbox in there as a fluffer in the back. But this is all PlayStation announcements. These are all, we are prioritizing PlayStation and giving you the best version. Please go buy our game. That's what this is. This is a PlayStation announcement, but what's even crazy about it is it's a wish list announcement. They don't even have a release date. They just said summer. With no release date for a game that's already available. It's to get the ball rolling. But what's crazy is that there's such and then a video how we're making the PlayStation version. It is not just it's coming out on PlayStation, hit trailer. We don't talk about it again. Dude, they are specifically saying with Optum, like they are selling this thing for PlayStation. And we're in the summer soon. Like June showcase and stuff like that. Like it's just crazy. And obviously, I think every single game that they show at that showcase is a PS5 game and probably some Switch 2 announcements. That's why there's no Fan Fest this year. Because this is going to be a full multi-platform show. And the only perk of this show is knowing what's coming to Game Pass. And that's it. That is it. Xbox is Game Pass. Xbox is not part of Game Pass. Game Pass is not part of Xbox or part of the ecosystem. It's an option. The way Phil talks about game. No, Xbox is Game Pass now. That is it. That is the only thing. There's nothing left. It is Game Pass. It's knowing that you're paying a subscription to get a game day one. And they're able to get away with this stuff when they release these games half-baked on Game Pass. But they're going to have to really show that they can do it. Because if you look at Doom, and we talked about Doom already, if you look at Doom, Doom has a rough launch. It's crashing PC. It's not really running that well on PlayStation. Like, are these studios prepared to be the multi-platform day one, everything everywhere studios? Is Microsoft investing in that, making sure that they're prepared to be that way? Who the hell knows? Because when you're trying to, like I said, these games that were old and now coming back, they have all the time in the world to make the PS5 version. But what happens when everything day one everywhere, PS5, Switch 2, Xbox, all the PCs?
Number one customer.
Are Microsoft Studios built for that? I don't know. Shout out to Michael Murray with another 5 VIPs in the house. Thank you so much. You got a bunch of people there. Thank you so much, man. With the bomb, another bomb. Bomb with a bomb with a bomb. Wait, what's my VIP song? There it is. Shout out to Michael Murray with the 5 VIPs. Let's add them up. Add them up. We're on our way. Maybe almost a double head of songs. Let's get some of these chats in here. We hit our chat goal, so thank you so much for that. Keep on chatting requests and things like that. Here you go. Let's see. Gordo P23 with the 5. He goes, the fact that Microsoft made them wait for PS port for 60 frames tells me that Fable is also delayed for the PS port. Yeah. Yeah, man. I could see it. I could see that also happening. A lot of those games being, because, yeah, Fable was delayed. Now they're even saying, they were saying that the, the Gears E-Day is probably going to come out next year sometime. That's probably delayed for that. It's crazy. It's crazy that this red carpet rollout, like somebody said, like the first said, PlayStation is their platform now. That is where they're seeing the most success. But like with anything, it's going to dry up. Like that's the problem. Like when they run out of this stuff, because they're giving the best of whatever they had to PlayStation so quickly, the well's going to dry up and they're going to really have to prove in the new stuff that they're making, which always has been their challenge. The day one must play games, and they've struggled with that. All these games here were like, that's cool. I'll check it out when I check it out. It's in Game Pass. You can't have that kind of stuff if you're going to try to make an impact moving forward. And they are just throwing everything. They're not spacing it out just 4 games a year or anything like that. Dude, it is like everything overlapping, announcements, overlapping releases. Just go, 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 go. They're going to be all dried up by the end of this year. Unless June, they just show a whole bunch of new games that they're announcing. And how long? And if those games don't jive, Clockwork Revolution, Fable, Ninja Gaiden. If those games, well, Ninja Gaiden they didn't own, but like the other games, like the Clockwork and all those other games coming out, Outer Worlds 2. If those games fall to the victim of like how Avowed hit, and how Doom is at the lowest numbers they've ever had, And the game, what was it? The South of Midnight. Dude, these things are cracking like 3,000, 4,000 people. These things are like farts in the wind. If these games start hitting like that moving forward, they're Perfect Darks, they're Fables, they're things like that. They don't even crack like the 5,000. What is their future? Because Microsoft has a history of doing this. Once they start putting their shit on a new platform, they talk about the growth. The same thing after they bought Activision. Oh, we bought Activision. Look at all this growth. And you bought it. Oh, look at all this growth we had. We're putting our games on PlayStation. Yeah, it's the first year. So last year, no games, 4 games on PlayStation. This year, the whole goddamn slate. Yeah, you're going to have growth. But now about next year, when you're not dropping 5 and 6 games from your backlog on PlayStation, and when you're in with the Joneses releasing games at the cadence of your normal studio releases, how you doing now? And Microsoft has always been that. They always add a curveball every year over year. Oh, well, this is without Activision. This is with Activision. This is with no games on PlayStation. This is with games on PlayStation and Switch. This is without Bethesda. This is with Bethesda. This is with Game Pass price. This is with no Game Pass price. This is what with consoles. Remember the year they sold the consoles. Oh, well, consoles are growing at a fast rate. Because the year before you weren't selling shit. You had all gen. They're always changing shit. There's never apples to apples. It's always this sort of change in business. And then when you get to comparing apples to apples, they're flat or low. And the rate they're doing this, they're not playing the long game. This is not the long game. This is get it out desperation. Make our money back because I'm telling you, the investors, they spent $80 billion in games, in gaming. And those investors want to see some return. And seeing those dismal sales of the console, the flatlining of growth and marginal, very minimal growth, they want to hear something good. Well, what did spending $80 billion get you? And they're like, well, we're able now to put games on PlayStation and have them sell, so they're selling the top games on PlayStation. But when you look, they're not selling at a rate of like what a first-party PlayStation exclusive or a Nintendo first-party game would sell. They're selling all right. Just like when Sony puts their games on PC, they're not blowing up everything because everybody who wanted to play the game has played it. It's just like, oh yeah, here's a few million. Okay, that's nice. That's for the company. That's a slap on the wrist. That's a poke in the ass. That's not a lot. It's more than not selling, but it's nothing that's going to be like, yo, we're back in the business. I don't think it's a lot. Shout out to Iconic Games with the 5 VIPs. Thank you, Iconic Games. Get them up. Hit that like button, grinders, please. Subscribe if you're new. Let's go. Let's get to 3,100. We're almost there. We need 50 more subscribers. 40 or 55 more subscribers. We get to 3,100. Let's do this. Easy Tone with the 2. He goes, it's almost been 15 months. And that's the thing. That's exactly what I've been saying. It's only been 15 months since just 4 games. And yeah, by the way, let's go that. Yeah, J-Dub. Shout out to J-Dub. Here it is. It's just 4 games. More will come, the whole slate. And this is what I was speaking about. The rate of how this is going. The rate of this. Right? The rate. Just about a year ago, February of 2024. We are just over a year, 15 months ago. This is him.
So 4 games, no promise beyond that. So if you're on those other platforms and you see these 4 games coming, please don't take it as some signal that everything's coming. It's not. Board the game on other screens. And you are going to see more of our games on more platforms. And we just see that as a benefit to the franchises that we're building.
Taking an approach of we want people to be able to play Xbox on many different screens. Now, not every experience will be the same. We obviously love the native experience we have on our own platform and our own hardware. And that's something that will continue for us. But we're not going to put walls up around where people can engage with the great games our studios are building, or where they can experience Xbox through different forms, whether it's cloud, whether it's on PC, whether it's on handheld PCs, whether it's on phones. I want everybody to be able to play on Xbox. And it does mean more of our games shipping on more platforms, not just PlayStation. We love the work that we do with Nintendo. We love what we do with Valve on Steam. And that's going to continue. We'll just continue to do more of it because what we learn is put the games first. Make sure the games can be as great as they can. We love the experience on our own hardware, our own platform, but our games will show up in more and more places, no doubt.
Yo, if that's how he felt, then why go out of your way? Why go out of your way to tell people just for games this is not a signal they're not coming? If you feel that putting your games in more places is the win, then why would you come on this show and start this path with telling you, don't take this as a signal, it's not coming? Why would you put up that walled garden, Phil? Customer. Why would you put up that walled garden? Why would you glaze the fans and have them go running wild in the streets going, just 4 games, just 4 games? Why? Why? Why would you shut it down if you believe putting your games everywhere, no walled garden, is the answer? Why would you shut it down here? What was the point of that?
So 4 games, no promise beyond that.
Okay, no promise beyond that. That's fine.
So if you're on those other platforms and you see these 4 games coming, please don't take it as some signal.
Don't take it as a signal. Really? Okay, so now you're shutting down. You're shutting that down. But then he says this.
That everything's coming. It's not.
It's look at his mannerisms. It's not.
It's not.
It's what?
It's not. Everything's coming. It's not. Signal that everything's coming. It's not. 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 That everything's coming. It's not.
Not we're going to learn. Not we're going to learn, find out. It's not coming. It's not coming.
That everything's coming. It's not. Some signal. Everything's coming. It's not. Everything's coming. It's not. Everything's coming. It's not. Everything's coming. It's not.
Very definitive. It's not coming. Is this Janky Jones? No. It's not Starfield. It's not Janky Jones. Now, yeah, I understand the Phil Ness there. You could lie and say because the 4 games were not those games. But this point, it's not. Don't take it as a signal. It's not. Why would you be so definitive when you are supposedly learning? And I think this is a very key point in how they roasted your ass as an Xbox fan and took you on the ride to hell. They glazed the shit out of you and manipulated you. With bullshit like this, it's not coming. Definitively. Not, we may be open to options later. We'll learn. No, it's not coming. And specifically telling the people on the other platform, it's not a signal. It's not coming. Basically shutting the door on the thing that you're opening. All right, we're just going to let a few people in here, but that's it. No more people. And then you open the door again. Imagine being in a club, Grindhouse Club. Oh, we're just letting 4 people in. No more. This is not a signal that we're open. And then he fucking opened the door. You're going to listen to that bouncer. Just 4 games. It's not.
Those other platforms and you see these 4.
And look at how he says that. Just look at, and I want you to look at the mannerisms. Look at the mannerisms. If you're on, look at the hands. If you're on those other platforms, like shaking his hand, like, yeah, you're over there.
platforms and you see these platforms, those other platforms, and you platforms and and you see these 4 games on these 4 games coming. Don't take it as some signal. Games coming, 4 games coming. Don't take it as some signal. Coming, please don't take it as some signal that everything's coming. It's not some signal. Don't take it. Games coming, 4 games. These 4 games, please don't take it as some signal that everything's coming. It's not.
It's not. Very definitive. It's not coming. And if you remember, this was a response to the months before, the weeks before, where they were trying to shut down everything was coming because it was, and everything was true. They were saying Gears is coming, Forza is coming. That's what it started. Last year, we started with Forza Horizon 5 is being ported to PlayStation. And they were shutting all that down. Oh, no. It's not Forza. It's not Forza. Then somebody's like, Gears is coming and Halo's coming. And everybody was screaming. Don't you remember? The leakers, everybody, the Discord leak, everybody was going crazy. Oh, that's not what I heard. What I've been hearing is this game. And it was like the inside is the Discord glazed room was triple glazed. They didn't know. Like, you didn't hear this from your insider? I didn't hear this. Everybody was saying it's all coming. The whole slate, it's all coming. And they came out there specifically to shut that down and say just 4 games and nothing else is coming. Meanwhile, this bitch had frosted glass and knew Sea of Thieves was being ported to the PS5, you filthy bastard!
I have an exciting life now. Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts. Watch this.
Dude had frosted glass, people sneaking in the back door, making Sea of Thieves the PS5 version. He had them all cooking. When he sat there and said, no, last year, he knew Sea of Thieves was coming. Here he knew. But before that, when he was talking about exclusives and Starfield, he knew Sea of Thieves was getting cooked because they started that shit in 2023. He knew the whole time. And you're telling me he's sitting here not knowing that, oh yeah, Forza's getting made and all these games. He knew because he knew the year before when he was talking about Starfield exclusive and exclusives matter and all that shit. Meanwhile, they were cooking Sea of Thieves for this show. And the rate, how fast these games are being made for PlayStation, it's crazy. They can't get friggin' Wukong to work on a goddamn Xbox, but Phil Spencer and friends are working instantly and getting these games made for PlayStation 5 in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, dude. He knew. He knew they were all coming. Frosted glass and all. Because right before this, the thing that started this all, I remember Zuby saying, hey, they just ordered shout out to Zuby. He said to me, he DM'd me, he said, yo, they have ordered a whole bunch of PlayStation 5 dev kits. That's where it all started. That's how all the rumors are going around. And he's like, yo, they ordered a whole shit ton of PS5 dev kits. They knew. You think what, all of a sudden, they're like Hellblade 2, they're like, oh yeah, it's just 4 games. Meanwhile, they probably started working on Hellblade 2, the PS5 version, right after they released the game. Where is Black Man Wukong outside? Where is it? They are porting games to PlayStation in less than a year. And Wukong is nowhere to be found on an Xbox. Craziness.
The game on other screens, and you are going to see more of our games on more platforms.
Really, Phil? Because
it is some signal that everything's coming. It's not. The game on other screens, and you are going to see more of our games on more platforms, and we just see that as a benefit to the franchises that we're
really
building.
Taking an approach of we want people to be able to play Xbox on many different screens. Now, not every experience will be the same. We obviously
it's crazy. Just over a year, 15 months, grinders, and he went from don't take this, it's not a signal, it's not coming, definitively it's not, to you'll see more 2, it's all coming. To even Gears is coming. Hellblade, Starfield, games that we didn't even know. They announced them for, like, they didn't even get the release date of Indiana Jones out there and friggin' announced the goddamn PlayStation version. Getting ahead of their own announcements. Craziness. Looney Tune-ness. Craziness. Phil Gloria Spencer. And here he was. Here's another one. Remember? It's not coming. Get Phil, tell us. Here he is at Gamescom. Just about what? 6 months after he said it's not a signal, it's not coming. This is what Phil had to say about 6 months later.
We launched 4 games, 2 of them on the Switch, 4 of them on PlayStation, and we said we're going to learn. We said we...
Oh? Wait, we said we're going to learn. We said we're going to learn.
Other platforms, and you see these 4 games coming, please don't take it as some signal that everything's coming. It's not.
It's not, but he says we're going to learn.
And we said we're going to learn. We said we'd watch.
We're going to learn. You just said it's not a signal. It's not coming.
I think at Showcase, I might have said from our learning, we're going to do more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Bullshit.
We're going to do more.
Mm-hmm.
What I see when I look is our franchises are getting stronger. Our Xbox console players are as high this year as they've ever been.
Amazing.
Amazing. They're higher that year than they've ever been. Man, just the right time to increase the price. Stop that shit. And this is the highest they will ever been, because once you start putting those games on PlayStation, it went downhill.
So I look at it and I say, okay, our player numbers are going up for the console platform.
Their player numbers are going up for the console platform. Meanwhile, they've been reporting minus 15 year over year, minus 20, minus 50, minus 12. All these year over year, but dude's saying that the console's doing great. What's up, Sergey? How you doing, man? Welcome to the Grindhouse. Sergey, you new year. That's the face of Phil Ness. That is a glazed Phil Ness. So, welcome to the Grindhouse. We're going to give you, when you see these kind of glazed faces, we do this.
The Xbox glaze and the glaze in Xbox Discord to spread PlayStation fun.
So that is called a glaze. Phil Spencer's glazed right here. That's what this is. All right? That's what that is, a Phil Spencer glaze. All right, that's what that is. That's a Phil Spencer glaze. See, you can see the relation. There it is.
The Xbox.
We get a good juicy glaze. There we go. And now everybody in the chat puts the glaze in there. There he is. You know he's lying when he makes those faces. There it is. See the resemblance? Oh, glaze. That's how you know he's lying. That's a tell. See, if you did tell, he's talking out his ass right now. That's why he makes that face over there. Yeah, exactly. We don't need help. Yo, Sergey, I 27 yawns. I beat the game. I yawned 27 times. They made it worse than the first one.
Our franchises are as strong as they've ever been.
Oh, yo, the franchise. Look, after each line, look at it. Oh, shit. Grinders, we got a Phil Spencer meme there.
I don't know.
Yo, we got him. These Glaze and Phil, get in there.
I don't know. I'd have to go.
He's lying. There's the face of a liar.
Do you hear the bull? He plays the flute of Phil.
I don't know. I'd have to go back.
Every turn he makes.
Gordon 8K. Dude, that is the face. That is that. That doesn't look like a face of confidence. Oh, our players are at the highest they've ever been. Look at that face. You believe that? Somebody, I need somebody in the chat. If somebody looked at you like that and said, our players are at the highest they ever been, and they gave you that face, you believe them? The fuck, you believe in them?
Xbox, no. Phil does.
You believe in them? Our consoles are at the highest they've ever been. Look at the face. That's the face of a you trust them? I don't know how he got through court.
And we run a business. Like
There's the answer. We run a business.
Definitely true inside of Microsoft. The bar is high for us in terms of the delivery that we have to give back to the company, because we get a level of support from the company that's just amazing and what we're able to do. So I look at this, how can we make our games as strong as possible?
There's the answer. It's a business, and we get a support from the company. So that means $80 billion, people want their money back, and you got to sell games because Game Pass ain't doing shit. That's why. It's a... Oh, Phil giving... Yo, Phil Wyland over here. Holy shit, Phil's Phil Wyland. Phil, you got something?
Is that a deal? No, I keep losing at deals, and I don't want to make a deal anymore. I am leaving, and you can't stop me. I'm packing my bags.
He didn't run one for 9 years. Exactly. Yeah, he didn't. That's right. That's what Phil said when he went to... That's the face that Phil said to Satya. Satya, can I have $80 billion, please? Can I have $80 billion?
Grab your controller, it's time to You're my number one customer. Xbox, take your seat. We're always last in the race, and we will always be beat. Then we'll spend more cash, make ourselves complete. Yeah. We need $80 billion. Gotta make a splash.
Kissy face, kissy face.
To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by Philness and Booty, we'll bring the games everywhere. No more sucking, it's time to show we care. Let's start by bringing Penament. Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi, Russian grounded games over to PlayStation and Switch. And we will say that exclusives don't matter anymore. And then wait when we get Starfield ready for the pitch. Big Booty Bobby and Lulu walked out with the bag, and now we're left with all these IPs. What the hell are we supposed to do?
Exactly. See, this is Phil really wants to say. He wants to say Xbox. Yo, this is the face that you go to when Phil goes like this. Where I do have my thing. Yo, man.
We're doing it for a shitload of money.
There you go. That's what he's saying right there.
We're doing it for a shitload of money. We're doing it for a shitload of money.
Groban, tell him, Groban. That's what Grindhouse exclusive Groban music. That's a Grindhouse. Let's go. Yeah. Anonymous goes, Jez, read my first super chat. I did read it. By the way, salute to the Grinders. 100 Jez. Nick asked Meeb to tell you this. Michael Voice, you're not listening. It's only 4 games. Oh, man. And Anonymous boys, I'll read your first one. Nick, hand over Matt Booty's thong. Give back that booty thong. All right, Nick, we got you. Make sure you bring back that friggin' booty thong. Where's Booty? I haven't seen Booty in a while.
Booty bouncing from the studio, trash finger in tow, making quality suck, but Phil says it's a go. Game Pass got my back, it's alright or die. Even with trash finger, I'ma touch the sky. Oh yeah, booty bounce, trash finger quality.
There's a trash finger.
Game Pass got my back, don't you see? Booty bounce.
He's making the coffee. Dude, I don't understand. It's only 4 games. There he is. It's only 4 games. It's just crazy. It's crazy how he lied. And that's the point. Like, and we're going to see more and more of this as it continues. And when they announce Perfect Dark, when they announce all these games and shit like that, it's gonna keep coming back that they blatantly lied to their fan base. And he went on that show, the Xbox podcast, and said it's not a sign they're not coming, as a definitive answer. Not we're learning. No, he changed his tune as the year went on, and now 15 months later, dude, you have Gears announced, Hellblade. It is not even like, oh, games we want to expand, games that multiplayer on it. Dude, it's single player games. It's anything. The ultimate Phil Ness package, exactly. It's crazy how fast and haphazard and desperate their move is. And they're killing everything that they ever did from the inside. They are pulling a genuine Captain America, Civil War, kill the Avengers from the inside. They are making sure that they eradicate any kind of goodwill that they have for any of their Xbox fan base that they glazed and glistened at fan fests and rooftop parties and free copies and put on Xbox. And one of the things I did want to point out here, and I think as more and more of these things keep coming out, I think people are starting to turn, and they're welcome here at the Gaming Grindhouse, because that's what this place is about. The bullshit of Phil Ness. Phil Ness OG started 6 years ago here. You'll hear some more videos from the Grindhouse Pass tomorrow. But if you look, people want to change their names of their podcast. You know, even Mr. Yellow Chair, who said, get your pitchforks out, is now saying here, I don't think it's going out on a limb to say the future of Xbox is Windows and a standard UI being able to scale across multiple devices. Dude, he was saying there's no reason for a console, and get your pitchforks out if Gears goes to PlayStation. The future of Xbox is Windows. Who wanted that? Anybody who's an Xbox fan that may be listening in the background and don't want to contribute to the Grindhouse, you're welcome here, though, by the way. Again, I really don't have anything really against fans, like never against the people. It's against the corporations, because they manipulated their fan base. And as an Xbox fan, that's bullshit. That is bull. And they rode you on a roller coaster after telling people to wait. And I go at influencers and all that other shit, those higher ups, the dusty bins that get all the money and they manipulate people as well. I don't like that. Don't treat us that we're less than. Don't treat the grinders. Don't treat fans who believe and like the history of gaming and the franchises that you brought. Don't treat us less than. Don't think that we're ignorant. Don't think that we're stupid. And we go, goo goo gaga, Phil, tell us what to do. We are customers. We dictate what is successful to you because we buy your shit. And if we don't buy your shit, then you're in the dumps and you got to go elsewhere. We are the most powerful because we vote with our wallets. We are the customers, and we should be treated with respect, not with ignorance, not with goo goo gaga influences and all this bullshit. Treat us mature. Treat us like you give a shit, and we know you don't. But make the quality games that matter, that keep us here. Instead of trying to glaze people with a goddamn cup of coffee at a rooftop party and thinking that's your W. No. You got to put in the games. But don't treat the fans less than. Don't, especially your fans. Don't manipulate the people that made you what Xbox was. And that's exactly what they did. They rode the goodwill of all those fans into the ground. And with each move they make, I've never seen a company self-destroy their brand. This has nothing to do with PlayStation. This has nothing to do with Nintendo. They are just in their own lane. They're doing their shit. Even Steam and Epic, they're fighting their battles. They're doing their own thing. They're in their own lanes. Nobody taken away. Maybe PlayStation with a couple of games. But because they care about their platform. But when you look at Xbox, this is all self-inflicted. They did this all themselves. They did this all to themselves by making bad bets and bad decisions and banking on a future that people were trying to make happen. Remember 4G was going to take over cloud, and we got 4G plus, and 5G was going to differentiate streaming. Nobody did shit. Now it's all about native gameplay. What happened to the future of 5G? 5G networks in cities and 5G plus and ultra. All this bullshit that said, oh, man, you don't know. Console gaming is done. It's about streaming games with 5G and T-Mobile. Fuck that. Now it's no. Now it's native. Oh, you gotta play natively because internet is not reliable. But if you said that back then, people will say, oh, you're not with the future. You're an old dinosaur. The future is 5G, streamed to your phone with a strap on. Playing on the phones through a subscription service, hooking up to McDonald's Wi-Fi, powered by fry oil. That's the future. You're an old crow. What do you mean you want to play on a console? What do you mean about exclusives? Right, Josh, 4K, native 4K, it's about. Fuck checkerboarding. Checkerboarding's gimmicky. True 4K. That's right, Sergey. 5K these nuts.
I have an exciting life now. Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts. Watch this.
All this bullshit. No, the future's this. Derek Strickland can't crack the numbers fast enough. His roasted ass. The big three are the backbone of the console gaming, which is still a very big part of the games market. Oh shit. Really? Because that's not what they're saying. And consoles are still a very big part of Xbox.
I can go directly to Black Nuts.
Microsoft can't just give up on consoles, nor can it scorch earth its partners for the sake of extra revenue. Derek Strickland, buy a fucking calculator. You're cooked. You're cooked, dude. You've been glazed. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but you sound like you're pleading to $1 trillion company to don't kill the console. Go get a calculator and get a new job. You cooked. Please. They can't just give up on dude. They just said Gears of War is going to PlayStation, and a week later said increase the price of their old ass hardware. My GameStop is putting Xbox in the fucking broom closet, making room for Switch 2, because they're gonna have people lined up around the corner to buy the goddamn thing. Xbox is gonna be 5 gift cards in a goddamn broom closet. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like when you go to the goddamn the old school movie rentals and they got the private room in the back. Oh, you want to buy an Xbox? Come back here. There's a curtain and 4 gift cards. There you go. Here's our Xbox section. We got 5 gift cards over here. Which one you want to buy? Here's a controller too. There you go. What's that next to there? Oh, that's our trash. Oh shit! Why is the trash? Well, the Xbox is one step from being in the goddamn trash. There it is. Oh shit! There's no room. They got the whole front wall with Switch. The other side got the friggin' Pokemon cards, PlayStation in the middle, and Xbox in the fucking hallway in the back. Yo, where's the dumpster out here? Yo, it's green. The dumpster's green. We thought to put the Xbox gift cards in the console next to the garbage pail. That's in case we don't buy it. We can put it right in the garbage pail. There we go. Oh shit! We found Aaron! Aaron!
Hey, Aaron. Where are
I've been asking where you are.
Where is Aaron right now?
There he is!
No Aaron, huh?
No, he's right there. We found the Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron says Xbox section at his Walmart is the Nintendo Switch games in it. Oh shit! Oh shit, Aaron! Yo! He says it's still... He still has the Xbox banner on it. Holy shit, that's what I mean. See? There he is right there. We found him. He's been doing undercover research. I appreciate it, Aaron. I appreciate your undercover research. See? He knows. Dude, they're cleaning house for the Switch 2. Dude, Best Buy got covers over where the Switch 2 is going to be. Like I said before, with the PlayStation 5, with the PlayStation 5 Pro, with the Switch 2, Xbox don't got anything shit. They have no new hardware. Instead, they put more money on the hardware that wasn't selling to begin with. That shit's going in the goddamn dumpster. It's going in the dumpster. Make room for the Switch 2. They got people lined up around the corner. GameStop, they were telling me this is going to make them break their company. How well the Switch 2 does. That's how powerful Nintendo is. Say what you want about the Switch 2. It's weak. It's all this bullshit, but they got the games and they got the fans. And they don't fuck with the fans. Yeah, they may increase the price, but they got the games. And that's the problem. It's new shit. The Pro's new shit. The PlayStation got games coming out. Xbox is putting their shit on PlayStation. That's the message. You walk in there and say, why are you buying an Xbox? Why? Well, I'm going to buy an Xbox because my friend got an Xbox. It's like, yeah, but all their games are on PlayStation. Really? Oh, yeah, Gears is coming out this August. Dude, they're fucking cooked. They're cooked. At retail, they're cooked. That's it. Once those games start coming out on PlayStation and then they announce a bunch for the Switch 2, nobody's going to buy an Xbox. It's done. I'm telling you, I don't know, but maybe in another year or so, I think by next year, next summer, the rate at which this is going, they're going to say we're slowing production down on the Xbox console. And everybody's going to twist it to think that they're prepping for a next-gen Xbox, but what they're really doing is prepping for a Windows PC. That's what they're doing. And I think they're going to twist it around like that because I think they're going to talk about a Windows PC Xbox sticker on it next year. And they're going to say, here's another Grindadamus. And I think they're going to say, we're slowing down production of the Xbox Series X and S. And you know what that's going to do with developer support? You know what that's going to do with developer support? I'll give you a sound clip for with developer support. Yeah, exactly.
You're my #1 customer.
Look at this. El Nini with the 10. He goes, I was at my local GameStop yesterday and they practically yeeted. Yeet. 4 letters. Yeet. They yeeted that shit in the Xbox section. I'm telling you, man. The dumpster's green for a reason. It's done. My GameStop, she said she worked at 3 different GameStops. They have not got new Xboxes in since Christmas. Even during Christmas, they weren't even getting new consoles in to fill. And the message that they're saying is that, dude, their games are coming to PlayStation. That's what they're saying. Fucking yeet. They yeet this shit. That's it. And then he says, Derek, Microsoft can't just give up on consoles. Dude, where have you been? They did. This is worse than Sega. This is worse than Dreamcast. Because Microsoft is like, they're like hanging on by a string and they're just lying to their fans. Anonymous, I read, what super chat now? You're making up shit. You're trying anonymous boss nest. Oh no, here it is. I got you. He goes, anonymous boss 2. Nick said, make Xbox great again. Oh man, yo, Nick, you're getting fucking roasted. Nick, you gotta get back at him. I don't know, Nick. Anonymous boss is roasting you with all the colors of super chats. The Xbox fridge is empty. Wait, let's see who else. I got one more here. Stallion, the man with the highest Xbox gamer score. Been an Xbox. Man, they groomed his ass from day one. He's #1 world record for thing, and he like caps for Xbox all the time. Because Xbox gave him world record and he was the #1, the highest achievements, right? Yo, you guys are yelling at me. Don't forget my member chat. Who's William Aguilar with the 4 months? He says, this was the Just Buy an Xbox game. Oh, yeah, I remember that. But this is an Xbox means my PS5 is an Xbox. Imagine if Sega fans were this deluded when Sonic came. Halo soon. Exactly, William. Like, that's the thing. It's crazy that that's why I said this is worse than the Sega shit, because they just said, hey guys, we'll stop making the hardware. Our games will be on other platforms done. Xbox is still trying to drag along that fan base, that hardware, that Xbox subscription, all that stuff, while blatantly doing what Sega did. And not even as low key. It is like a full red carpet rollout with better features, the best versions of their games, giving wish lists and shit like that, and really just throwing it all out there. It's craziness. Okay, I'm glad Anonymous Boss. Nick and Anonymous Boss are friends. So grinders, let them roast. It's all in good fun. No problem, man. El Nini says they're all glazed. It is all glazed. But yeah, that's right. And when Halo comes, we're going to do this again. Because Microsoft refuses to admit defeat and admit that they were wrong and admit that everything they bet on, Game Pass, cloud, a cheaper Xbox Series X, Xbox All Access. Remember that? Oh, you could buy an Xbox and pay a monthly fee. You get 2 years of Xbox Game Pass. Remember all that horse shit? You could buy an Xbox. Remember with their gift card, with their credit card? Xbox All Access. You get 2 years of Game Pass. And then you could trade up. Well, you can trade up now and get a PlayStation 5. I feel bad for everybody who invested in that shit. In 18 months, you're supposed to be able to trade up. You trade up to what? They haven't revisioned anything. Remember Xbox All Access? Shit. But here's a die-hard fan. And this is a really interesting point that he says here. Every hour spent porting Xbox games to PlayStation is an hour lost for crafting killer Xbox content. That is my only issue with the new strategy. And dude, that's the truth. You heard the developers from Ninja Theory sitting there saying, we spent this time to optimize the game for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro. You think that you think they did that during their lunch break? Maybe they took away DLC. Maybe they were going to make Xbox some DLC for Hellblade. And instead of making DLC, they spent their time making it run best on PlayStation 5 and Pro. And as a fan, as much as this guy would he loves Xbox, believe me, they took care of him. But that is a true statement there. And that's something that people need to look into, because all these ports, all this time, we're not hearing a lot like Microsoft had a porting studio. You know, even when they said Sea of Thieves was going over to PlayStation, they had special people from their team behind the frosted glass making the Sea of Thieves port for PlayStation. They didn't grab a third-party vendor. Some games they did, like with Forza and stuff like that. But other games, they're taking their own studios. They're 200 people. 100 people making Hellblade 2 and saying, yo, about half of you need to make a PlayStation version. And maybe they should be making DLC. Maybe they should be working on the sequel. They needed DLC in that game to fix a goddamn story. But they did it. But there you go. With all these time putting games on PlayStation, they're taking time away from making games for Xbox. And that's going to kill their identity, and that's what they're doing. They're making these die-hard fans. Dude, this guy has the #1 achievements, and he is issued with this new strategy. Boom. And I agree, Aaron. Xbox as a console will be missed. They had some great times. And yeah, that's where my history, growing up Xbox and watching how hard they fought to be better than PlayStation or try to meet them and justify why Xbox needed to be different when they came in as a third wheel, when PlayStation and Nintendo were duking it out, and Xbox came in and fought all those years to try to get games same day as PlayStation to now be putting games on PlayStation. It's insane. And everybody knows the truth, and some of them will not admit to it. But everybody knows the truth. Like if Mario was on a PlayStation, would you go get a Switch? Unless you really love the hardware. If Mario was going to PC and Switch, would you do it? Day and date when it came out? No. I think the same thing. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about Switch putting their games on PC or mobile. I'm talking about putting their games on their direct competitors, the big three. Just like that guy said. Just like the guy said, the console, and just like what Chris String said, developers want the competition in the console space. They want that. And Microsoft is waving that white flag, giving up. And you know what they're going to lose? They're going to lose all developer support. The only games that they're going to see in Game Pass in their ecosystem are going to be their own, because nobody's going to mess with them. Nobody's going to develop for dying hardware. Nobody's going to develop for dying hardware. That's why they're banking on PC, because now they're going to try to capitalize on people making games. See, that's why they want Steam and Epic Store. And it brings back to the original one of the super chats, is that they're trying to use Steam and Epic and trying to fluff up their storefront, because they're going to use their other libraries to look like they're part of Xbox, and they're not. And I don't know how many times they're going to try to leech off of other people to try to make themselves look like a big feather, like a big bird fluffing up their feathers, because that's what they've been doing. They're a friggin' leech. They're leeching on other people's successes to try to say, we did that. We did the same thing. Would they ever make a game that would be competitive to Candy Crush? They tried Forza Street's mobile game. Remember that game? Gears Pop. Remember that? Their mobile approach. They shut them down in less than a year. That was their mobile offering. Couldn't screw Panda Pop and shit like that. They could never even get to Candy Crush level. So what they had to do is then just go buy Candy Crush. That's what they had to do. Did they ever do a game of the scope and vision of Minecraft? No. All those years, before Minecraft and after Minecraft, have they ever tried to do something like that? No. They always refer to Minecraft, but it was already everywhere. It did its job before Microsoft purchased them. They just put their name on it and kept the lights on.
Customer.
That's it. They always talk about, like, we're everywhere. We're the top publisher. Did you do anything about it? Did you try to make a game that would mimic the success of Minecraft with any of your franchises or new? Nope. You just said, look at Minecraft. Yeah, you didn't do shit. And when they have it, like Call of Duty Mobile, they shut the shit down. And I'm telling you why they're stopping support on Call of Duty Mobile is because they want to push Call of Duty in Game Pass as the way people play Call of Duty on phones. I'm telling you, that's the reason why they're not supporting Call of Duty on mobile, because that game is very popular. And I'm telling you, they want to push Call of Duty. They want to use this new Call of Duty as Call of Duty. You're going to play Call of Duty, you're going to play it through Game Pass on a phone. That's what I think I think that's their strategy. That's the only reason why you would shut it down. Give people choice, right, Phil?
Black Ops 6, day one Game Pass.
It's about choice. True SSJ Havoc with a 5. He goes, don't worry, Jez. A Better Blade game was announced for PlayStation, and it's not BS Marvel Blade. Oh, shit, that's another game. Remember they argued that wasn't exclusive? True. Remember that? Oh, Marvel Blade. It's just a glitch that they didn't put they put Xbox in there. No, man. We know why. Xbox are looking for Stellar Blade 2. Oh, man. Yeah, and they wanted Helldivers 2. It was supposed to be on Xbox last year, right? Right? I thought that was a rumor too. Thank you, True SSJ. I appreciate it. Digital Dude 5, he goes, it won't happen. Can you imagine if GTA 6 skipped Xbox? Laughed my ass off. No, and I don't think the big ones yet, Digital Dude, are going to skip Xbox. But I think you're going to start seeing, well, we're already seeing it with like delays in Wukong and all that other stuff. And with the Capcom games that they had to fight and Phil had to get on the phone to try to fix that stuff. Like you're seeing it with the double A's and the indies and stuff like that. And I think, the EAs and the Ubisofts, like it's going to be a while for that. But I'm telling you, man, once Microsoft says we're slowing production down on Xbox, and I think that's coming. You increase the price. It's not selling. You have no bundles. You have no new Xbox versions coming out. Not having a mid-gen refresh when you got a Switch 2 coming out. Like, think about it in the past. When have we ever seen one of the console manufacturers just ignore what their competition is doing. Like, you know, they copied the Wii. They copied their mid-gen refresh with the 1X and the PS4 Pro. They came out with slim versions of the 360 when there's slim versions of the PlayStation. Like, there always seemed to be kind of an alignment. I don't think we've ever seen a PlayStation drop a Pro and there's no mention of any kind of mid-gen refresh or slim version of the Xboxes. No new model at all. And a hardware revision. Even the controller. No Elite 3 controller. None. Maybe they announced it this in June. And then Switch 2 coming out. PlayStation Portal. Microsoft didn't have a response at all. Meanwhile, they were the first ones talking about remote play. Well, no, not really the first ones because the PSP did it. But Microsoft hyped up remote play and cloud that you would think they would have had something. Nothing. And they're waiting on Asus. And let me tell you something, Grinders. Just a little tip of the day. We'll wrap this up. One of the things I want to tell you is if you're interested in these handheld things, and not the Portal, but if you want these handheld PCs and like try to experience those little handhelds, my advice is look for some of these Lenovo Go's, even the MSI Claw, sell for like $350 or some shit. Like the last gens got, and you know, the Asus, the original, the Asus one was broken. I wouldn't get the Asus one because that SD is broken. But like, look at some of these sales and clearances on the other ones if you're ever interested in these PC handhelds. Because I'm telling you right now, they're on clearance right now. They're on low. Like I just saw an MSI Claw, man, that they fixed it with a BIOS update. That thing's going for $360 at Target. Fucking crazy. Because I'm telling you, these Z2 chips, these new ones coming, they're gonna be a grand. If the ROG Ally X is $800, $900 if you want the extra terabyte. The new ROG 2 is going to be, they're going to start that thing at $1,200. $1,100. They're going to be easily starting at $1,000. Legion Go 2. Dude, these things are $1,000. And I want to see who's this for podcasts. I can't wait to see those. Maybe Dusty Bin will say, build the PC, don't buy these little things. Right, Dusty Bin?
Dusty Bin said, why did he?
What a cheap
into cap for Xbox and be glazed, and now he is out buying PS5 Pro. Time to make the cookies.
Time to make those cookies. Well, Grinders, yo. Yeah, exactly. That Xbox button is going to be the $1,000 Xbox button. That's what it's going to be. But it's just crazy. And it really does grind my gears of how they are destroying this brand. It is insane. It is not even respectable. It is a disaster. It is a train wreck. Let me make sure I got everybody's here. I think I got everybody's here. Let's get you your songs, Grinders. You've done an amazing job. We got the goal, the super chat goal. So we got a song playing today. And I appreciate all the support. Hit that like button. Share it out. Subscribe if you're new here. We got a couple of new people. Hit that subscribe button because we have fun. We roast them all. You're going to get PlayStation next with them getting rid of their rewards program. They're going to get a special little roast over there with that thing, trying to figure that thing out.
Customer.
Anonymous Boss with the 2, he goes, how much do you think the Xbox Ally 2 would be? Well, it's going to be $899. It's going to be weaker than the ROG 2. See, there's two different versions. There's the ROG one, and then, well, rumored to be, and then there's the Z2 Extreme chip, and there's going to be like a cheaper one, the Z2 Go, which is that Legion Go that everybody hates. I think that the real ROG Ally, like the one, the Z2 that everybody wants, that one is going to be at least $1,000. Like if the ROG X is $800, $900, like they're not going to have it $900, $700 unless they just replace it with that one and they drop that the original one down to $700, $600. I think the weaker one is going to be around 700, 800. Dude, these things are in the upper. They're going to be. They're not going to be no $500, $400 consoles. These new ones, at least, you could get last year's for $500, $600. Last year's or 2 years ago ones. These new ones are coming out nowhere near that price. Even the Legion Go S, which was weaker than the Z1, it had the Z2 Go chip. That shit was $700. $700 for a weaker chip. And you got a ROG set. Dude, these things are coming. I'm telling you, that thing's going to be $1,000. And then if you even look at what these processors are based on, you look at some of those other ones from China, like an X1 player or a 1X player. I mean, like that. Those are like $1,300. It's wild. The weaker one, I think, will be around 700. Yeah, I think I have 700, but that new one's going to be about $1,000. It's going to be maybe 900. But Grinders, thank you. Hit that like button. Hey, subscribe if you're new. Be on the lookout. Be a new video tomorrow. More live shows coming your way. More music coming your way. And actually, you're going to get a new song tonight. Let's see what I'm going to get. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. You guys earned a good song. Let's see if I get one of my good ones here. Let's see. Let's see. I'll put them out there. I'll try one that's fitting. I think I have one of just 4 games. So did I make one about that? The bed. We got a lot of those. All right, here we go. We gotta go. Oh, that's that one. I had that one. But yeah, hit that like button, Grinders. Just buy a PS5. Yeah, you know that one. That's a classic of the Gaming Grindhouse. That is a classic one there. Let's see. Oh, we're going back. I'm giving you guys a classic song. We're going to get a classic release. Let's see. Let's get down here. Fernando. Yeah, my singing of Fernando. I share my singing with Abba. There we go. Is this the one? Next year we promise. Oh, we're going dance music, man. It's club night. Let's do some club music. Here we go. Yes.
This year's been nuts, oh can you believe? Xbox highs and lows, it's a lot to perceive. Microsoft's journey up, down and round.
Let's go!
Next year we promise you'll see us rebound. Critics and fans in a never-ending fight. Praising then cursing, it's a wild ride, alright. Through the chaos we hold our hope tight. Next year we promise we'll make it right. Next year we promise, just wait and see. We'll bring the games that set you free. Next year we promise, just you wait. We're working hard to seal our fate. From epic highs to deepest lows, the road to greatness nobody knows. But trust in us, we'll find the way. Next year we promise it'll be our day. Developers crunching nights and days, crafting worlds in so many ways. Despite the stumbles, the vision remains. Next year we promise we'll break these chains.
Hit that like button, Grinders!
Developers crunching nights and days, crafting worlds in so many ways. Despite the stumbles, the vision remains. Next year we promise we'll break these chains. Next year we promise, just wait and see. We'll bring the games that set you free. Next year we promise, just you wait. We're working hard to seal our fate. Crunching nights and days, crafting worlds in so many ways. Despite the stumbles, the vision remains. Next Next year we promise we'll break these chains.
Developers crunching nights and days. We'll bring the games that set you free. Next year we promise, just wait and see. We'll bring the games that set you free. Next year we promise, just you wait. We're working hard to seal our fate.
Got a gaze sharper than steel, but the truth's a train he cannot seal. Blue eyes sparkling like neon skies, yet they can't mask his Xbox light. Oh Phil, what you gonna do when the pixels break and reveal what's true? Your controller tells tales it just won't hide. Phil's blue eyes can't keep the truth inside. Late night whispers, glow of the screen. He said he quit, but that's just a dream. Gamer tag secrets stacked so high, your starry blues can't justify. Oh Phil, what you gonna do when the pixels break and reveal what's true? Your controller tells tales it just won't hide. Phil's blue eyes can't keep the truth inside. Stacked achievements, but your alibi's thin. Game over, Phil, you'll never win. Your glossy stare tries to defend, but every match has got an end. Oh Phil, what you gonna do when the pixels break and reveal what's true? Your controller tells tales it just won't hide. Phil's blue eyes can't keep the truth inside.
Build a great Project Scarlet. I want people to feel like they can have amazing console experiences they've never seen before, and that they've got the best lineup of content and services of any platform out there. And we're totally focused on that. And I know we have other things going with like coming to PC and xCloud, but I'll say that being a leader in console is something that the team is committed to doing. And that's we're not building this program to try to aim for second place. We were going to build it aiming for first place, and that's what I want to hit.
One of the other things